Hello, guys. Good to see all of you back. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody joining us from different parts of the globe. And welcome to the last day of the Chainlink Bootcamp 2024. So I know it's been a great couple of weeks that we've been learning a lot about blockchain, smart contracts, and Chainlink services. And today it's going to be a fantastic session for sure because we have our guest today from the bitsCrunch team, and then later on we're going to have a sessions on Chainlink community programs. I know that you have learned a lot, and we wanted to showcase some of the community programs that we have at Chainlink Labs, where you can come contribute to the global ecosystem. So, if you wanted to educate people, if you wanted to write code and build something, we have all the programs that are set for you, so you can take the advantage of it. So, soon after the bitsCrunch, we're going to have our Chainlink Lab team members joining us today, where they'll be presenting more on Chainlink Developer Expert Program, the community program, community advocates program as well. And later on, we'll talk more about any questions that you might have about the previous sessions, and then we'll wind up the day for the bootcamp. And without further delay, I would love to invite our guest for today, Vijay from the bitsCrunch. Hi, Vijay. How are you
Hey,
doing?
hi, Bharat. Hi, Chainlink team. Thanks for having me here today. I'm doing great. Thanks.
Where are you joining us today?
I'm living in Munich, Germany,
Oh,
Deutschland.
fantastic. Great. So before we just get started, I just wanted to thank you for making time for us to join us and interact with our attendees. I know bitsCrunch is doing some amazing things that we wanted to showcase to the rest of our community as well. So it's your day for sure, to go and present about what bitsCrunch is doing, how you are utilizing AI and all the cool stuff at Chainlink. So we would love to hear from you. And hi guys, so let's get started.
Yep. Thanks again for having me here today. I mean, I know there are a lot of people behind the screens. So first up, I thank everyone here from the Chainlink team, tech team, who is responsible, who is the reason why I'm here today. And yeah, I see a lot of interesting comments already. Grüß Gott, yes, German. So yeah, I'll do a quick round of intro from my end, and then I'll quickly skim through some of the comments here. So myself, I'm Vijay. Uh, Vijay, originally from India, but living in Munich for the last 10 years. So ich spreche good Deutsch, but today let's stick to English, not German. So I'm the founder and CEO of bitsCrunch, and we are a decentralized data protocol. I'll get back to on more on what is that, what we do. And the reason why I came to Germany is to do my master's degree. That was a decade ago. I graduated from Technical University of Munich and then worked for companies like Volkswagen and Siemens, two German OGs in the Web2 space before I started bitsCrunch. And bitsCrunch has been doing well. We are currently in our third anniversary, third year of building, having backed by players like Coinbase Ventures, Animoca brands, including Chainlink. Chainlink is one of our investors, proud to say that. And then Polygon, Hashkey Capital, and Shima Capital, and others. So I'm here today to talk a lot about data, why decentralized data, and how we synergize, how we cooperate with Chainlink in many ways, and why forensics, why it is important, why security is important, and and yeah, obviously I'm gonna answer your questions as well. I constantly look at the chat window here, which is wide open. So I already see a lot of brothers and sisters joining in from Nigeria, Pakistan, Bangladesh. Gruskot is obviously from Germany, I believe, or in the dark region. So maybe before I start, maybe you can type in here. Where are you joining in from? Which part of the world? Which city? That'll be great as we go along. Okay, hi from Uzbekistan, Australia. Okay, cool. So it's different extremes. Javier, Argentina. Cool. So what is bitsCrunch, and why are we backed by Chainlink? Is there any connection synergy between bitsCrunch and Chainlink, and why am I here today talking in front of you? Right, these are the things. Oh, okay, there are so many people watching this live. Stockholm, Nigeria, Mexico, Berlin. Okay, Dimitrios from Berlin, not so far, buddy. I'm from Munich. Budapest, also the same. Helsinki, a little too far. Ireland, again, Portugal. Cool. So it's a wide range of audience, and I'm sure it also applies to the skill set, to the expertise. Some might be Web 2, some might be Pro in Web 3. So I'll keep it neutral. I'll try to keep it basic, so that if you have any questions, feel free to chip in here. Feel free to drop your questions. So, what is bitsCrunch and why we started bitsCrunch? We crunch each and every bits of data behind blockchain, right? So we are a decentralized data protocol. We do data analytics and data forensics on blockchain. So what do I mean by forensics? We provide the security layer for blockchain, right? Blockchain in general is not human readable because you have a long text of array that says wallet address, and then there is a transaction hash that feels like never ending string, right? And to make it human readable, to make lovely charts, to bring data into visualization, to make people understand what is happening, what the heck is happening, that is exactly what we do. And um, why we started with NFTs is, when we started our journey, NFTs was at its peak. Non-fungible tokens, if people are not really sure what is an NFT, those are some crazy pictures. People call it monkey pictures, right? But then those have a lot of utilities. uh, do you by any chance know budgie penguins of this world? Because those are doing really well, getting sold on Walmart stores. So that is an NFT that I'm talking about. Not generalizing a lot of NFTs out there, and we are going beyond NFTs as well, like the DeFi, decentralized finance data, where we look into the historical prices of Ethereum tokens, Solana tokens, and so on. So, how many blockchains have we indexed so far, and what are the forensics pieces that we are having at bitsCrunch? I'll be sharing it to you in a while. I'll do that as we speak. And so good to see a lot of guys chipping in, joining in from various places of the world. So what what comes to your mind when I say forensics? When I say forensics, data forensics, what strikes your mind? Any answers? When I mean forensics. Yeah. First question is a nice one. It's bitsCrunch something like Dune. Like Dune, yes, we are bitsCrunch, but we are a decentralized data. So Dune, the difference between Dune and bitsCrunch is, but Dune is centralized, where CEO or the management, they get to decide what is going out, what is coming out, what is the total inflow, number of customers, and so on. Whereas bitsCrunch is decentralized, people can see what are the number of queries made, how many people are staking the tokens, how many customers do we have, and what is the on-chain revenue, right? So that is the clear differentiator. I would say we are like the Dune plus chain analysis of the world, right? Chain analysis. How many of you know chain analysis here? So yeah, chains has gotten the right answer. So transaction tracking, yes. So forensics, yeah, you track the transactions. You say if it is good, if it is bad, right? And then sort of cyber security from Jan Softa. Also a close answer. And Puff's chain says detective work. that that is also in a way a synchronous answer, because we call ourselves the blockchain police, right? We are the police of blockchain with the help of Chainlink. So we have token utilities, and we use Chainlink VRF to reward all those activities on chain. I'll also dig into that uh, in some time from now. Cool. Yes, chain analysis. Yeah, that's right. Investigation. Okay. Cool. So let me share my screen. Allow me to share my screen, and then we'll. Cool. Are you able to see my screen? Maybe a heads up, maybe a thumbs up. Cool. Okay. So bits crunch, like I said, we crunch each and every bits of data, right? And we are an AI enhanced. And why AI enhanced? Is it just using AI for the sake of using AI, or since the beginning we use AI, right? These are the questions that I'll answer here. So we started with NFTs at the beginning, but then now we are moving slowly beyond NFTs. We are going into the broader blockchain space, and what we provide is a wide range of tool suits, features. So our pricing, right? We provide forensics. We provide the price estimate of an NFT, right? We are partners with DAppRadar, for instance. So DappRadar is one of our blue chip customers, which actually uses bitsCrunch prices. So we have customers, so they are one of our partners right from the last year. I'll show you where exactly we are being used. So if you go to dappradar.com, they are again one of the data protocols, data layers. And that's the good thing about being decentralized, right? You are not a competitor to DappRadar. We are not a competitor to Dune. We can build on top of what Dune is building. They can build on top of what they are building. Right? That's the beauty of decentralization. So if you go to DappRadar, and if you go to NFTs section here, and if you, let's say, pick Bored Ape, for instance, that's exactly what we provide. So these calculators and these numbers that you see here beneath all the Bored Apes or other collections, this is exactly what we provide. So if you click on that, we provide the estimated price that you see here. So this is enabled by Forens, by AI, artificial intelligence enhanced, where we look into the past actions, past data, what are the metadatas available, is it having a gray background or blue beams, and what are the previous buyers, how long is it being held in a wallet, is it being held by a whale, or so on. So we look into 50 plus key performance indicators in order to arrive at a fair price. So usually the space relies on floor price, right? But we provide AI estimated price for 30,000 plus collections. So that is what we provide. That is one, and obviously, as I said, we are a data network, right? So Dune can come grab our data. They can use our data. We can deploy Dune's data here. So the next step is to provide uh, custom built dashboards like Dune, right? Someone asked, "Are you the Dunes of the world?" Yes, we are coming that way, where we allow you to build custom dashboards. And the place where we use Chainlink Oracle is we are a community driven protocol, right? I'll show you what that is. So if you go to the app, as you could see today, we have 48 node operators, and these node operators are the best in the business. They operate nodes for Chainlink, for instance, we have node operators that runs nodes for Chainlink, for Aptos, Sui, and other prominent layers, data layers and protocols and chains in the space. And we have more than 730 delegators. So delegators, they stake their tokens against operators who operate nodes, right? And that's exactly where the community participates. So community gives us a lot. They contribute to the protocol. So take for instance, we don't know who this is, where they live, what they do, but they have submitted 200 proposals. When we mean proposals, they give they label the wallets. They label if it is a Chainlink, if it is a Coinbase wallet, if it is a Kraken wallet, and then we reward these users using Chainlink VRF. So we recently deployed contributors, but as you could see, we have given rewards to delegators, to operators. We have given rewards, and we use Chainlink VRF here to give on-chain rewards for people. And if anybody wants to have a look at the network status, that's exactly what I meant as a differentiator between dunes and chain analysis of the world, because people can see what's the usage of our network, how many customers we have, what are the number of operators and delegators and contributors, right? That's the openness of a decentralized protocol, right? Do you have any questions? Maybe I'll take a couple of questions, and then I'll, I'll get back to my presentation. Cool. So yeah, Brave browser. Someone is using Brave. I mean, we are good at uh, Google Chrome and Mozilla for now. Brave is coming soon. Yes. Analytics for NFTs. Duncan, to answer your question, it is not just analytics, but we also do forensics. So I can elaborate on forensics. And yes, the next question is, the space needs better data availability, right? So today there is a stat, yes, right? That's the pinned one. Thanks for pinning it. So today there is a stat that says only 5% of the world's population use crypto, right? So think of it in another way. There is a 95% upside. So still 95% can use crypto, right? And for that, what we need is data availability, right? Data availability. And that is what Chainlink is good at, by providing this wonderful data oracle. And that is what we at bitsCrunch, we clean up the data, we process the data, we crunch the bits and pieces of data, right? So that's exactly what is needed. With more data, with much better insights, people can be onboarded easily. So we who would love to be one of those protocols alongside Chainlink that can onboard the next millions and billions of users onto crypto, right? Right. Look at the top 10, top 20 Fortune 500 companies, right? You name them: Google, Meta, Twitter, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, and IBM. Everybody relies heavily on data, right? And if there is a Hall of Fame or a Wall of Fame for crypto by 2030 or 2040, I strongly believe projects like Chainlink and data layers. It could be bitsCrunch, it could be Dune, it could be chain analysis or Elliptic or Dapradar. These players will be right up there. That is what I strongly believe. It could be one of these or many of these, and I really wish that happens. The reason being, we provide a lot of data, a lot of insights and forensics that can tell uh, Godwins and Coach Race who are listening to this call that if an investment that you're making is right or wrong, right? You get to decide if it is right or if it is wrong. So that is one. Okay, so are they rewarded in Link? We are part of Chainlink Build program. So we were one of the maybe if anyone has the link to the Build program, you can pin it to the chat or pin some blurb about Chainlink Build. So just to rewind the clock back, bitsCrunch joined the Build program even before the term Build arrived. We were one of the earliest build partners of Chainlink. The first was, I believe, Space and Time. We joined next. Yes, that's exactly. Thanks, Romain. Chainlink build program. And Space and Time was there. bitsCrunch joined next. And then Trueflation that launched recently. We were part of build program right from the beginning. And uh, these build program partners will also provide bitsCrunch tokens and other tokens to Chainlink holders. That's one of the benefits. I mean, build program is such an extensive program. For anyone who is looking into this call, I would advise you to spend some time on what is build, how can you be part of the build if you are a builder. There is ecosystem partnership, um, tons of opportunities, VC connections, and so on. So we have been fortunate enough to be part of that program, and that's one of those reasons that is keeping bitsCrunch one of the up and coming projects in the space. We are still new, still fairly fresh, 2.5 years old company, and riding the wave with the help of teams like Chainlink. So yes, how specifically do you use Chainlink VR to reward payout? Yes, so these uh, delegators and operators and contributors that I showed you. Let's imagine a case where Vijay is labeling a wallet and saying that that is a Coinbase wallet or a Kraken wallet. First, we will have a panel that reviews those proposals and then accepts it. So the panel is also chosen on chain. So people can apply for panel. At the beginning, it will be a little centralized because we want to take it slowly until we set a clear process, clear guideline because we launched the contributor role pretty recently. In fact, the whole protocol is new. Like we are live for the last 50 days, and what we do is we take the contributors, we set the panel on chain, and even for community rewards, if we have to reward, let's say, 20 people out of 100 participants, we use Chainlink VRF to determine those 20. So everything is on chain, randomization and everything. There is clear openness, so people get to see it, right? There is clear transparency and openness in picking out the winners and picking out the actual rewarders, right? Those winners who gets incentivized in whatever ways they are, right? So Tim has a good question. So bitsCrunch does an analysis like Flipside, DApp, Locker, and Dune. That's right. We are also similar to one of these Flipside, DApp Locker, DApp Radar, Nansen, Chain Analysis, and Elliptic, right? So, uh, okay, so one more. Okay, so Duncan has a question. So he asks if it is a specific niche on NFTs. That is also what I also mentioned at the beginning. We started with NFTs as a space, but then now we are going beyond NFTs. So going beyond NFTs is all set to go live pretty soon, and that will be coming up and running quite soon. Okay, cool. Okay. Cool. Maybe I'll go back to the presentation. Enough of questions for now. And would you be kind enough in having my screen back? Mhm. So there were questions regarding opportunities at bitsCrunch. Yes, you have. You can obviously visit the website, apply here, and just to show you our backers. Obviously, Chainlink is right up there, third name. So we are blessed to have these investors on the cap table, backed by Coinbase, Ventures, and Imoca, Chainlink, Polygon, Hashkey, and so on. Crypto.com, another good name. And as I said, we have indexed 5 chains as of now: Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, Avalanche, and Solana. And we have worked with some of the best names in the industry. I mean, obviously, Chainlink is one of our partner, but then we have worked with, I mean, DappRadar is one of our existing customers. But some big names we have worked with: Mastercard, right? I'll show you Mastercard thing here. So we are graduates of Mastercard Start Path program, and this is directly from Mastercard, right? Here you go. There I am. So this also proves that I'm not a robot. I'm not an AI avatar. So Mastercard has been also heavily investing or deploying their resources into forensics piece, right? That is something that they have been doing for a while now. They always did, and that's why we all have Mastercards in our pocket, Mastercards and Visa cards. So what they do, what we built for Mastercard is we built a security layer. So let's imagine Vijay or Jens, who is also from Europe. He's from Denmark, and he lives in Denmark. He visits Vijay to Munich, and he swipes his credit card at an airport terminal, at Munich airport terminal. Uh, Jens gets an alert from the bank, right? From Denmark bank, whatever bank he uses, he gets an alert saying, "Hey, Jens, make sure this transaction is done by you." That's exactly what we want to do. We are also to do on the blockchain space, in the digital asset space. So when we started this Mastercard partnership, they wanted to have Mastercard payment gateway integrated into marketplaces, but then NFT market bottomed out. It went downhill, and that's when Mastercard has made a little pause for these integration purposes. But then that's also something that they have been working on. So it's available on Google, and it's directly from Mastercard.com. So you can always go back and check and read about those materials out there. And yeah, when I talk, so for devs, right? I mean, this call is all about devs, bootcamp, those who wanted to learn about blockchain, right? So there is a lovely little piece of paper. I mean, not little; it's 40 page here, and where we talk about bitsCrunch network. You can see, go through these. I mean, obviously, a lot of words might feel gibberish to you, might feel uh, like outlandish to you. But nevertheless, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. And we also have a light paper, a smaller version of the white paper, 15 pages. You can also go into that. We are updating it shortly. As I said, we are moving beyond the NFT space, right? And you can also learn about how we provide things, how we provide analytics, where do we support NFT lending protocols, digital asset lending protocols, and DeFi is also a space where we look into security and then fraudulent detection and so on. And I also want to touch upon the forensics piece, which is also the copycat, right? That is something that we uh, we have been doing in this space. So let's say, I'll give you an example. So there was a brand called Brand Herms, right? It's a women's fashion brand. They went on to sue a collection called Meta Birkin, right? The reason being, what Meta Birkins did was they actually took all the uh, models of Brand Hermes, and they we're exactly copying it into the Web3 space. So 100 NFTs, we're depicting the exact handbags of brand Hermes, and people were obviously thinking that it is from brand Hermes, but unfortunately it is not. It is from Meta Birkins, which has no connection to brand Hermes, right? So they made a lot of several hundred thousands through the sale of NFTs, and obviously it's an IP infringement. That's also what we do, right? So it's not just about the transactional forensics, it's also about what is in the picture, right? If you, let's say, go to open sea, if you go to open sea, go to whatever collection that is available, people can actually do a copy of it, right? They can right click, save it as an image, and they can change the colors of it, they can change whatever, and then that can be sold on a different marketplace or a different chain, right? This could be on Ethereum, but the same can be sold on Polygon or whatever platforms, whatever chains. That is exactly what we also stop. We also give alerts, right? So there is a collection they call Bruce Lee collection. They recently launched an NFT collection. They are one of provide them the analytics and forensics for their collection. So yeah, Bruce Lee collection is supported by bitsCrunch again. So we help protect their IP. So if someone tries to steal the IP of Bruce Lee collection and tries to put it on a different blockchain or a different chain, that is exactly what we alert, right? So yeah, maybe a quick break again to grab a couple of questions, and then I'll get back to the presentation. In the meantime, I'll put the Mac onto charge. Cool. Any questions so far, or anything that you didn't understand? So Coach Ray has a question. Are you a builder or are you a CEO and a manager? I used to build. I used to code. I am a data scientist. You can go search for me on LinkedIn. I'm being followed by more than 50,000 people there. That's for the work that I did in the past with Siemens and Volkswagen. But now, being a CEO, I have a lot more priorities to raise funds, to maintain stakeholder relations, to get customers. It's like uh, managerial hat is a lot more nowadays. Okay, what is the use of NFTs in real life? Yeah, so have you heard of Pudgy Penguins? So that was an NFT. They started as an NFT, right? And then now they are getting sold on 3,000 plus Walmart stores in the US. That's not a joke. That's not a mean feat. And there are so many real life use cases, restaurants and pubs in the name of um, Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks, right? And there are pendants from fashion brands derived or inspired from NFTs. NFT ticketing is one cool feature where you get to store it on the blockchain forever, immutable, undestroyable, right? That is the beauty of blockchain. So utilities are slowly evolving, and remember, NFTs just had one bull run, right? We are still a long way to go. Right? Bitcoin is Bitcoin because today Bitcoin is well over 13 years of journey, and you cannot compare NFTs to Bitcoin now. Okay, so do you do data curation in bitsCrunch? Right? We are all about data. Data is our cup of tea, right? Thanks, Tim. Okay, so can I use your tool to compare two images? RK, thanks for the question. So yes, that is also what we sell businesses right now. We are not live for B2C users, but for businesses, we are doing that right now, right? So you have to wait if you are a retail user, if you are a B2C user. You will have to wait for some more time. Probably next quarter, our tool will be live for Vijay's and RKs of the world. But today we support businesses where we support the collection owner of Bruce Lee, the collection owner of Hermes, Meta Birkins, and so on. So Tiago has an interesting question. Do you work with government agencies? Government agencies were getting in touch. I have to admit, yes, when we have data, when we have forensics, we look into forensics beyond transaction. So, like I mentioned, the image level forensics, transactional forensics, and then IP infringement. Let's say someone using McDonald's IP onto blockchain, we use that. So governments, especially the German government, I had a chat with the German parliamentarian. So they got in touch. We are in touch with Big Fours, EY, Ernst and Young, one of the Big Fours who has better connections to the governments. So we are not directly working with government agencies, but then they have gotten in touch with us at certain points of our journey. Okay, cool. Okay, yes. Yeah. Someone spotted my battery going down. Thank you. Okay, and yes, just a second. What else? Okay. So data curator. Tim was a data curator at Metrics DAO, and he is asking if other crypto companies are doing it. I'm not sure if I remember the name, but there is a firm that raised $5 million to do data curation, to do data labeling, just a couple of days back. So yes, if you are doing it for Metrics DAO, kudos, thanks. You can do it for other data companies as well. 13, yes, I said Bitcoin is 13 years old, not 13. Okay. Okay. So when you compare NFTs, you do it at a metadata level or pixel level. We do it on both. So for forensics, when it comes to transactional data, it is on a metadata level. So we check if an NFT is original, if an NFT is a right smart contract, or you're buying it from the fake contract. What features does it have? Is it yellow? Is it blue? Is it green hat? Right? We look into all these metadatas for transactional forensics. But for image level forensics, for IP, we look into pixel level. Right? How can we spot a McDonald's logo on your NFT? Right? Look at RK can potentially mint hundreds of NFTs using McDonald's logo, KFC's logo, and an Apple's logo, and you can sell it for a few $100s to $1,000. But that's actually an infringement of IP, their IP, right? That doesn't belong to you. So we spot that on a pixel level. So we do both for different use cases for different customers. Cool. What stack do you use on daily basis at bitsCrunch? We use Python extensively, and for smart contracts, Solidity, and we use Python. I would say hands down the most used, and front end and back end or pretty. Back end is Python, and yeah, that's what I can reveal. I'm not sure if I can reveal beyond that. Okay. Okay, security work oriented to NFTs. Sounds really interesting. Thanks, Genius. Thanks for that. Okay, and maybe I'd like to go back to the screen share and do a final screen sharing before we run out of time. And I'd like to show something else as well. Let me close all these. So we have also built a platform called unleashnfs.com. It's a B2C platform. We haven't done an extensive marketing on that, but basically, why this tool? Right? It's hard to get the APIs out, right? For people who are listening on this call, I'm sure visually you can feel the data, you can relate or correlate the data. But if I say APIs, Python, Solidity, I'm sure a lot of people, I'm driving away a lot of people, right? So we built this comprehensive NFT tool where we have top 20 collections right now. What are the whales minting? What are the whales buying? So you get a chance to look into these collections constantly. And this is one interesting thing that I haven't talked about yet. We also track wash traded collections. What is wash trading? Anyone has any clue on that? Wash trade. So for others, maybe I'll explain. We are running short of time. Wash trading is a phenomenon where people flip collections, flip NFTs back and forth, right? Imagine this as an NFT. I sell this to RK, who has been asking questions proactively. I sell this to RK for $100. He sells it back to me for $200, and I sell it back for $500, and then we keep pumping the price without any essence, any real value behind it. So after a few flips, what started as $100 has gone to $2,000 all of a sudden. So that's not the actual value, right? So people do wash trades just to make it lucrative, and when there is an Alexander or a Javier looking at it from a third person perspective, they might think that Vijay is a great artist, RK is a great artist, right? And then they put the money, and we say thanks. That's just a joke, not an NFT, right? So we detect wash trades. That's again another forensics piece that we missed out, and we provide extensive market reports. And like I mentioned, we are live across 5 chains. From Ethereum to Solana, we have indexed all the major chains, and we provide the state of the market. Now it is not so hot, but again, not so cool. We provide market cap for the last 3 days, 7 days, and we provide volume, right? As you could see, the data usually runs faster, quicker. We show the number of transactions in the last 7 days, 3 million transactions. That's quite a lot. And then we also provide gaming report. This is something that not a lot of players provide in the market. Right? Gaming has always been a topic that is evolving, but we never saw a Clash of Clans or a PUBG or a Call of Duty in Web3 yet. So time will come this cycle. I strongly believe that the best of the best games evolve pretty soon. So we provide gaming insights. So we check if a particular wallet, Vijay is using a particular. I mean, I'm not sure if Vijay is the owner of the wallet, but we can track if that wallet is used for playing PUBG, Call of Duty, and Clash of Clans. How long Vijay plays? When I mean Vijay, it's a wallet. Just think that it's a wallet. How long am I playing that? How much money I have invested into the wallet? What sort of items I purchase on game and I sell in game, right? So these are insights that we provide at bitsCrunch, which is also something that interesting. And we also have a cool page here that is Explore, where you can actually click and see the top 100 collections by volume, by market cap, and so on. Let's say if you want to know about Mochaverse, which is a well-known collection in the space, you can directly go from here, dig into a collection level insights. You can see what is happening. So 52 transactions happened over the last 24 hours, and currently there are 2,000 holders of Mochaverse, right? And we show what is the price range usually. What is the price range? 90 days before it was probably lying around $8,000, and now look at the price; it has doubled. And we show the top NFTs of the particular Mochaverse, and you can also click and dig deeper into the NFT level. You can see what's the rarity rank of it, what was the latest price, and estimated price. Again, this is used by industry leading experts like TapRadar, and currently it is being held by One Day. So this was a hot piece, just got a new owner. It got a new owner, and it was sold for $100,000 recently, right? So yeah, these are some of the things that we provide, and this is something that is in beta right now, as you could see. So we still have to uh, do some touch-ups here and there, and look into the docs if you are a techie. If you are a dev, please feel free to look into the docs here. And right now we have devs. For devs, it's free of cost, and for startups, again, it's free of cost. And all you have to do is connect your wallet, and you get the API keys right away. Right, that's what we want to do. Right, we want to democratize the data. We don't care if Vijay is living in Germany, Vijay is an engineer. We don't care who you are, what you do. If you connect your wallet, and if you navigate through the right buttons, access to the data is democratized, is made as simple as that. And that's why we created bitsCrunch. And we have just started. We still have a long way to go, right? And with the support from bitsCrunch, some from Chainlink and Coinbase and other names, we are uh, here to stay, right? So yeah, thanks for your time. Maybe I'll quickly answer a few questions, and maybe we'll open uh, some time for questions. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I mean, when I wanted to do this, I wanted to directly show, interact with people rather than showing slides after slides where I talk about bitsCrunch. Nope, where people sleep. Cool. Okay. Okay. Gujray, thanks for your comment. I hear a lot of background noise. I guess Bharat needs to mute. Yeah. Kojari, thanks for your comments. Uh, I'm being transparent. Yes, transparency is what we do at bitsCrunch. And yeah, thanks for the lovely comment. Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Vijay, for sharing all the insights about bitsCrunch. Thanks for spending your time with like the Chainlink community here. I know there's not many projects which are working on NFT forensics and using AI to detect fake NFTs and give out the true value of the NFTs to the people out there. So whatever you guys are doing is really fantastic. I know it's going to help really a lot of users and also the developers to build a lot of cool solutions of your platform. And before we just wind up, I have two questions for you. One is
Mhm.
where can people follow to know more about what bitsCrunch is doing? How can they follow the updates and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yep. So I'll share my handles here. Maybe you can pin it to the chat here. So obviously people can follow me on Twitter, and then they can also give me a follow on LinkedIn as well, which is uh, so yeah, that's bitsCrunch. And if they wanna personally follow me, that's my handle. And surprisingly, I have a bigger community on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not for Web3, but then I'm being followed by more than 54,000 people there. So if you wanna give a follow on LinkedIn or Twitter, please do. Happy to answer your questions. And yeah, CipherTrace is the best. Yes, Tatiana, CipherTrace was acquired by MasterCard. So we were in touch with them. So CipherTrace is also a reason why we worked with MasterCard, right? So they know the impact, they know the importance of forensics. And we wanted to be the CipherTrace, but in a decentralized way, right? And just to tell you something, CipherTrace is no more, unfortunately, after acquiring MasterCard has probably rebranded, reshuffled things, and now CipherTrace as a brand doesn't exist anymore.
Thanks for sharing that info, Vijay. And it's really great to see that you guys support 30,000 NFT collections across the change. That's not at all an easy task to go do the work around, but you guys are doing the fantastic work. So the other question that I have for you is we are having a Chainlink hackathon starting April 29th. So there are a lot of new people here who is like willing to work on an idea or like build cool stuff. So do you do you see any problems in the NFT space where people can build out, like do you think, okay, this is something that devs can maybe build at a hackathon, or like maybe they can use bitsCrunch tools or something like that. So like, can you share like what's missing in this NFT ecosystem
Yep.
and what people can build on top of it? Yeah.
I mean, definitely. Like I said before, for devs and for startups, we are completely free of cost. We don't charge from those who are trying to start up. Right? Those were the initial hardships that we faced at bitsCrunch when we started up. There were not a lot of freebies available. There were not a lot of support in the space. Glad that we had an opportunity to work with Chainlink. Chainlink build program was one of the greatest things, nicest things that have happened for bitsCrunch, but doesn't happen quite often, right? Not a lot of companies get to work with Chainlink, and so you have a clear process and so on. So we have data, and like I said, no matter what you do, where you are, our data is easily accessible. You have to just connect your wallet, uh, get the API keys, and if you are a dev, you can directly get access to the data. And if you are aware of Tune, you can directly start building dashboards using our data. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact the team. Contact me on Twitter or LinkedIn. I'm happy to answer your questions. We are learning each day. We are improving ourselves, our services, by taking teams like Chainlink as inspiration, and you're happy to guide you. So people can build a lot on NFT. NFT is a wide spectrum, like blending protocols, uh, modular NFTs. You can split an NFT into multiple NFTs and own a piece of it now. And yeah, so many use cases out there, as I mentioned. So sky is the limit.
Yeah, exactly. This is a very new space. There's a lot of things to build on, and thanks a lot, Vijay, for coming to our bootcamp session, educating people from our bootcamp. And we would love to see again helping people build stuff in the coming future. But yeah, thanks a lot again, and looking forward to see you in the near future. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Wonderfully organized bootcamp. Would love to repeat sometime in the near future. Thanks.
See you, Vijay. Bye. Have a great
Yeah,
evening.
bye. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we had a fantastic session from the bitsCrunch. So without further ado, let's dive into what Chainlink is doing for the community, and see like what are the community programs that we offer, where anybody across the globe can be part of it and contribute to the Chainlink ecosystem or the blockchain ecosystem. So to talk more about the Chainlink Dev Expert Program and Chainlink Advocate Program, I would like to invite the head of enthusiast community, Rory, onto the stage. Hi, Rory.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Barath, can you hear me okay?
Fantastic, Rory.
Awesome.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's going great. Super excited to see the end results of this boot camp. I mean, having 11,000 registrations and seeing everybody here joining us today. And I wanted to carve out a little bit of time to talk about ways that developers can kind of get further involved in sort of what we're doing here at Chainlink. And if they want to kind of get hired eventually or sort of take themselves further in this space, I think these are great programs for them to do it. So I know I'm going to speak on one. I believe Romain is going to speak on the other. Yeah, so would love to kind of share some information about our Developer Experts program, which I think is definitely the most valuable to our developers here, and chat a little bit about it. Awesome. Thank you. If we go to next slide, please, I'll go ahead and get started. All right. So again, my name is Rory. I'm the Director of Community at Chainlink Labs. What that really means is I'm responsible for everybody that might be interested in Chainlink. That's developers, that's research scientists, that's what we call our enthusiast community, or kind of non-developers. So it's a big group. And that being said, we create programs to sort of work with each of these groups and to kind of further what these groups can do inside the network. So the Developer Experts program, what is it? Basically, it really is a program that kind of brings together blockchain developers with kind of knowledge about Chainlink and Web3 that are basically passionate about sharing their technical knowledge with the world. So it's really an opportunity to train people to be able to give workshops on Chainlink and blockchain technology. A lot of the people that are in our Dev Experts program are very interested in getting hired in blockchain. Some of them have done it. Some of them we hire. So it's a great way to sort of kind of further that. And there's nothing better than teaching, in my opinion. If you can teach somebody something, that means you really, really know it. There's not a lot of people out there teaching or doing DevRel in our space, and so it's a pretty hot job, and a lot of people are interested to snap you up, especially if you've done this at a high level, and that's what the Dev Experts program teaches you to do. So active members of the program are basically an extension of our developer relations team, and they perform kind of technical support. They lead workshops. They're in our Discord answering questions. They put on things during the hackathon. So you're going to see them in lots of different ways, especially if you join the hackathon. And I believe they've been involved directly in the virtual boot camp as well. So I always like to start with the benefits. Why should you care? Number one is you get acknowledgement from the community. I think that's huge. You get to build your personal brand. You get early access to Chainlink features. So a lot of times when we're releasing new products and services, we will share it with our dev experts to get kind of feedback. Oh, I don't understand this. This UI change would be better. Stuff like that. Exclusive entry to Chainlink events we put on SmartCon basically once a year. This year it's going to be in Hong Kong, and so we definitely invite our dev experts to partake in that. So that's pretty cool. We were in Barcelona the previous year and New York the year before that. So if you like to travel and if you like to speak to people, that's a great way to be able to do it. We create a certification program where we basically, again, have courses that sort of teach you how to do these workshops. We have what we call teach the teachers. So teach you how to do them and allow you to go do them out in the real world, which is super cool. This is a volunteer community role, right? So you don't get like directly compensated, but as you go up through the program, we do kind of reimburse people obviously for their expenses and for their time and things like that. So that is something, again, you can be rewarded for doing that. And again, we use a belt system. So like a white belt, yellow belt, blue belt, black belt, kind of like you see in martial arts. And so by the time you're a black belt, those are people that are pretty much coming to us and saying, hey, I want to give a workshop on ZKs. Okay, cool. Let's figure out how to put that together and let you do that. So it gives them freedom to really kind of do the cool stuff that they want, but enhanced kind of by the Chainlink brand of the community. Awesome. Let's go to the next slide, please, if we can. All right. So you're going to hear about the advocate program in a minute. So I always want to talk about what are really the differences. Community advocates really are planning events. And so they might plan events with the dev experts. So they might sit there and say, man, our London community is really hungry for a developer event. They will plan the event, and then they will reach out to our dev experts and say, hey, is there anyone in the UK? Is there anyone in London that would give a workshop? They've been really wanting a workshop on I don't know, CCIP. Can we have someone that can do that? And so basically we turn around, we look at our dev expert program, who's certified to give a CCIP workshop, who can go to the area, make it easy for them to travel to, and kind of combine those things. There are people that are in both programs and they do it very, very well. So if you have time to do that, you can basically be an advocate and a dev expert and kind of do it all yourself. We have people that do that. And if you're really early in development journey, the advocate program is a great way. So if you're like, man, I've just started virtual bootcamps, the first thing I've done, join the advocate program. That'll allow you to learn how to execute events, and then we'll give you time to sort of build into our developer expert program. So our developer expert program is a little bit more advanced. We're expecting people to have a little bit more technical knowledge. They need to understand Chainlink a little bit. They need to understand other blockchain technology, but kind of once they do. So we've had quite a few advocates that eventually have become dev experts because they got interested in developing. So that's a little bit about our dev expert program. If you want to go to the next slide, please. We have a website you can apply on as well. We get applications all the time. And so super excited if you're interested in that, having you apply. Melissa is the one that runs it. Unfortunately, she had a conflict today, so she couldn't join, but I am kind of the one that approves, the budget and all those other things. So, I am the executive sponsor, so you can always reach out to me as well if you have questions. I'm on Discord. I'm Rory on our Discord. You can also follow me on Twitter, Rory Pyant. That's me on Twitter, or hit me up on LinkedIn. If you have questions, I'm always responding. I'm kind of on all the time. So don't be afraid to sort of do so. And I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear about your feedback about the virtual bootcamp. And of course, we're rolling right into our hackathon. So please join that if you haven't yet. I think that's going to be super cool. We have some really cool things planned, and it's a way of sort of taking the virtual bootcamp, joining a team, and ideally getting a prize. And then when you win that prize, we get to have a conversation. Do you want to take that to mainnet? Do you want to build this thing out? Do you want to go try to raise some funds? And we have ways of supporting you in doing that. So again, super excited to meet all of you. If you see me around online anywhere, don't hesitate to say hello. And look forward to seeing all of you at the hackathon. Chain.link/developers experts would be great. Happy to see you there. Definitely apply. Otherwise, Barath, I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Rory, for sharing all the details about the experts program. I know a lot of our experts made it possible, to run this bootcamp today.
Yep.
Because if you look at Darby and Amechi for the English track, I think they did a fantastic job. They all started as a Chainlink advocates, and then now they are like experts teaching thousands of people across, different countries, whether it's offline or online. They're like here to educate people. So this is what that you could do when you are part of Chainlink experts program. And yeah, of course, not to mention, I mean, like, forgot to mention, but if you also look at like Portuguese, not just in English, but if you look at Portuguese community or Spanish community, or Mandarin, or Turkey, there are a lot of experts out there like who are again doing fantastic job for us to build this community. So it's all possible with the help of the Chaining Dev Experts program. So thanks for having that program, Roddy, for helping a lot of people to contribute to the system. Yeah, thank you so much again for sharing your time today to explain the program.
Yeah, I love it. I always tell everybody I love what I do. I hope that comes across, whenever I speak. And if you want to do this and you want to work for Chainlink one day, or you want to work for work in blockchain one day, this is a great way to do it. I always say the first question we ask whenever we interview people is like, what have you done? So it's pretty cool when you're able to say, oh, I've given these 5 workshops. I had 200 people each, and this is the impact that I've made. It makes it really easy to hire those people. So I always say this is a great way of doing it if you want to get your foot in the door. And again, if you have any questions, let us know. We'll share all the links here in the chat. Otherwise, Bharat, thank you so much for your time. I think Romaine's going to be joining us next, and they'll talk about the Advocate program. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate it, and see everybody soon.
Thanks, Roy. See you. Hi, Romain. Good to see you here. Before we get started with the Chaining, Community Advocate program, we'd definitely love to hear your story, because I know that you are one of the community advocates before joining Chaining Lab. So we'd really love to hear your story, and then we can definitely jump onto the Community Advocate program.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Bharat. So yeah, that's what Rory said before. It's my journey. So I joined Chainlink as a community member a few years ago. I was just tweeting, active on Twitter and on Telegram. Then I heard about this community advocates program a few years ago, and I started to make some translations in French, being more active, more professional too. And 2 years ago, I was able to join the company. So I joined Chainlink Labs in March 2022 to lead this community advocates program. So I was a community member, then a community advocate, and I was able to join Chainlink Labs. I saw some community advocates and community members in the chat. So thanks for joining us today. And I will share a little bit more about the community advocates program. If you have any questions, just feel free to share that in the chat. I saw a question from SK before about the programs. So yes, it's free for sure. It's a community program, so you're like kind of community members with some details or more information about what we are doing, and you have access to some connections with the other community advocates, the dev experts, and the Chainlink Labs team. So it's free, and I encourage everybody to join one of these programs. So the idea, as Rory already said, the community advocate program is really here to build relationships between community members. So Chainlink is really famous and was able to reach so many people in the past years because of this community. I think that Chainlink's community is so powerful, and it's because of that we were able to make so many key relationships, that we had some connections with other projects. So I added 2 pictures. It's maybe a little bit small for you, but you have 2 pictures. The one from above was earlier this month or late March in Bucharest. Our community advocate Anna led a workshop for 150 people, and below it was yesterday evening in Belgium. Kinu organized a meetup for the community in Belgium. So we try to have community advocates. You have to be an active community member to be able to have this advocates title. So we are looking for passionate people who are already in touch with the community, who wants to, maybe as Rory said, join the Web3, join the blockchain industry, and that's the first step that you can do to join this. So why should you join the community advocates program? So you are connected with the other advocates, with the community, the dev expert, and the Chainlink Labs team. So you have this opportunity to be connected with like the people building the protocol from the community or from the Chainlink Labs team. We provide some special invites for the community advocates. So for example, last year during the SmartCon in Barcelona, we had a dinner with the community advocates, the community members, and some special guests. So we had Sergey joining us for the dinner, and it was like during 2 or 3 hours, the advocates were able to talk to him and to make connections with the other community advocates. I know that Chainlink is pretty famous for the swag. We have some swag for the community advocates. So if you create a meetup, if you create a workshop, we will take care of you and we will send you some swag, some t-shirts, some caps that you can share with your guests. Chainlink community is like worldwide. We have really like a huge community. You can see some of these communities here on Telegram. I saw so many countries at the beginning of this call. So if you're not in one of these community group, feel free to join and be active there. And if you are like speaking a language that is not in this list, it means that we probably don't have an active advocate in this country or this region. So we try to be worldwide. That's really the idea, and to be educating people in many languages. So that's the list that we have today, but I really hope that in a few months, in a few years, it's going to be way bigger and we will have more community people to lead this call. So that's the idea of the community advocate. So you can create your own chat and you can lead that. If you have any questions, any concern, you can always ping me or the rest of the team. And we are able to help you to create like your own community. Who are the best community advocates? We have a lot of applications to join the program, but we are really selective about who can be the next advocates. So for that, we need like 3 main points. The first one is obvious. I think that if you are here, it's already like the first steps. You have to be passionate about what we are doing. I think it's not only about blockchain or smart contracts, but you have to learn and know about Chainlink and Chainlink services. For example, if I take Anna's example, she leads the community in Bucharest. If she wants to make a meetup, she will have some questions about Chainlink. And she has to be able to answer that kind of questions, not from a technical point of view. For that, we have the dev experts, but at least to be able to send some information and some details where they can find the information. And for that, you have to be passionate about Chainlink and to talk about what we are doing. Being an advocate means that you will be connected with the Chainlink community. So you will be like the main person of your small community or your local community. So you will have to deal with the community. You have to love answering questions, hosting meetups, hosting Twitter spaces and stuff like that with the community. And yeah, you have to be organized because we trust you. So if you want to lead a meetup, if you want to lead something, you will have the lead from the beginning to the end. We are here to support you if you need anything, if you have questions, but you have to be able to lead like your own project from the beginning to the end. So the community advocates has many opportunities. We do not have like some tasks that you can do. So for sure, we have them to promote the bootcamp, the hackathon, the SmartCon. But I always say to the ones who apply that you can do whatever you want. If it makes sense for the protocol and for Chainlink, let's talk about it and we will promote you. We will help you to support you. So I listed some points here that are the main points, but that's not the only one. So if you want to be an advocate and have another idea, we are more than welcome to listen to you. So the first thing is that you will be the main point of contact for Chainlink's community in your region or maybe country. So you will have to be like, you will have some visibility and some people will reach out to you about Chainlink. You have to know that. The second point, I already shared about that and Rory too, is that we ask you to organize some meetups. So it can be in-person or virtual meetups with dev experts, with build program like bitsCrunch. So bitsCrunch joined Sagar, our advocate in Munich in March. So they make a meetup together. So the community advocate, Sagar, created the meetup. He take care of the swag, of the food, drinks, and Vijay from bitsCrunch just had to come and explain what they are building. And that would not be possible without the community advocate, because the team cannot be like in every single city in the world. The third point is to create an excitement in the community. You probably saw yesterday's announcement about Transporter, and we had a lot of traction. So we asked the community advocates to support us. Like, to be honest, I don't even have to ask them to do that, because they follow the news and they know that it's something big. They just do that naturally. But if you are an advocate, or if you want to be an advocate in the future, I strongly recommend you to be active online on Twitter, Telegram, and any other platform. So you can promote your own events, but like if all advocates or community members share every other events, it's way better. So we are always promoting the other advocates' events, so not only your events. And the idea is really, we've already talked about a group before. I think it's more than a group, it's like a family. So we are a big Chainlink advocates family, and we just all support each other to promote every advocate's events. The next point is about the speakers and the content. As I said before, you're gonna lead your own project, your own local community. So if you want to make a meetup, I can help you to make connections with some people, with some projects, but you can do that by yourself. So if you know a speaker in your country or in your city that can be a great fit for one of your events, you can reach out to them and ask them to join your meetup as a speaker. And the last point is about the calls that we organize. So we are doing weekly calls in English, Spanish, Portuguese with the community advocates. And we always try to have some guests that can join us and educate you about not only Chainlink, but Chainlink's ecosystem and the blockchain in general. So that's like a free educational content that you can receive as an advocate. That's a little bit the idea on how the different steps to join the program. So you can fill out the form to join the program. We will share that in the chat right now. So you can apply directly. The survey is really small. I will check with the team your application. So once again, we are looking for active community members that already support the community. So you don't have to be like Zach or Chainlink God, or you don't have to be David Miller or some other big community members, but we ask you to be active online to promote the bootcamp, the hackathons, and the other news that we share. If we see that you are already active and your answers are great, we will call you to make a small interview. It's something really informal, so I always love to chat just to learn about who you are and how you learn about blockchain, how you learn about Chainlink, and what you want to do as an advocate. And if everything is ready and sounds great for both sides, if you don't have any other questions, we can go to the next steps. So you have another onboarding process to start. It takes about, I would say, 1 week, 10 days to complete. And then you will receive like the confirmation email with the access to the Google Drive that we have for the advocates. We have a Google Drive with all the, for example, content that you can use for your meetups, some documents, some records of the past community advocates call. So like tons of information that you can learn to be the best advocate in the community. You will be able to join the Telegram chat that we have with the community advocates. So we have a big group with all the family. We have some community advocates, some dev experts. We have some Chainlink Labs team member. So if, for example, if you want to talk to Sol, if you want to talk to Rory, they are in the chat and you can just ping them easily. So I think that's a big plus for you if you want to learn more and if you have any questions. And then you're officially an advocate. We can check together what the next steps. If you want to make an in-person meetups, if you want to host a Twitter space, if you want to make translations. So that's the final part, and you are officially an advocate. And I just wanted to share this picture with you. So that was not during the dinner. We had another time between the advocate and Sergey. But this one was like the last day of SmartCon 2023 in Barcelona. We had the chance to make a picture with Sergey and some other people from the team. And you can see in this picture, you have Sergey, you have Sol, you have some community managers, and you have some dev experts and community advocates that you met in this bootcamp. So we have Darby, we have Roberto in that pictures. If you joined the Spanish bootcamp, you have some other people that were in Barcelona. So as you can see, I think we can feel that in that picture. It's more than just a community group. It's really a family, and we are really close to each other. We talk like quite every day, and we need more people. We need to grow this group. We need to educate more people with that kind of bootcamp hackathons. So we need you, and feel free to apply on the link that is pinned here on the top. So thanks again for your time. If you have any question, we can check that right now. And thanks for sharing. Like, if you have any questions, you can find me on Discord. Discord for sure, but Twitter. My name is Swiss Crypto, and on Telegram. So that's from me, Bahat. Let me just check if we have any questions.
So we have a question from SK asking, if I'm part of the community advocate program, how long should I be there in the community program?
Yeah, so it's like an open-end program. So as long as you are active, you are a community advocate. It's not something that just lasts 2 weeks like this bootcamp or 1 month like the hackathon. The idea is really to go to the next step after the community members. So once you're an advocate, you can stay an advocate as long as you are active. And if you want to do a lot of things, you will be an advocate like 4 years, or maybe as soon as you take to the next step and become a dev expert or join another Web3 project or Chainlink Labs.
Cool, thank you. And we have one more question from Mubishira, who is our very active participant from the bootcamp. Is there any age restriction or any degree do we need to join the program?
No, absolutely. So we accept everybody. You don't have to do any special universities. You don't have to need any degrees for that. Everybody is welcome, and we need people in from every industry. So we need people to host Twitter spaces. We need people to host to create translations. So depending on your profile, we will find something for you.
Got it. I think a couple of folks from the participants already met our advocates in Denver. I think they are already doing a great job. Thanks for the feedback. I think with that, we don't have any more questions from the chat. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Romain on his Telegram channel or on Telegram. You can see that you can see the Telegram handle on the screen. So thanks a lot, Romain, for sharing the details of the community program. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Matt. Hey, Sol.
Hello.
Hi, Solange.
Hi. So, okay. Hey, Hishat. Good to see you here.
Hey, Sol. How's it going?
So good. I know that now I do a small presentation related to our services that we still need to talk about it. And maybe we can, after that together, we can talk. You can see if you have some questions in the form. Maybe you can check this for me now. I didn't check it yet. And then we can bring everyone to do our closest ceremony. Woohoo!
Sure.
So I'm going to the presentation now. Let's find my slides again. Here we are. for now, I will take you off, Richard, and then you come back. Bye. So this we are. We have the pad today. Not too much for you. Like I'm adding the slides, the links now that we was talking about. I'm asking your social network. This is more for you, between all of our students. If you'd like to connect each other, if you'd like to build a team with the people that was here for 2 weeks with us. So this can be really, really amazing. And the presentation that they did now related to Developers Expert Program are here. Also the Community Advocate Program. And now we are here because I still have Chainlink services to talk about with you. Today we don't have a hands-on part, but it's interesting to you to know a bit more about some services. This is one of that I really like it, the proof of reserve. And why this is important, you can get data in your smart contracts, but this is the kind of data that you can get from other blockchains or from the banks, from outside the blockchain. But because you are not like doing transactions with this, you are only querying this information. So the idea is to have really proof of some kind of reserve in a way that you can use that inside your smart contract. And this is so useful, for example, to calculate the collateralization of some assets. And like you already understand functions. Remember that functions, even if we have a centralized source, we have a decentralized Oracle network that is getting the information. With proof of reserve, it will be the same. Imagine that we are checking the balance of some account related to USD to be sure that the stable coin related to that, some stable coin related to USD, imagine it that this stable coin must have USD in the bank. So we'd like to check that, okay? Another example for you is related to Bitcoin. This is real that I already did a workshop with this, but let's talk a bit more and then I go over there. So why I can use proof of reserve, for example, to reduce the insolvency risks or to improve the transparency for the users or to prevent system fails. And how this is working, like this is really a bank. We have the bank, this is the centralized source. We have the DON that is getting the information, save this information inside a smart contract, and then your decentralized application, it means your smart contract, can use that, can consume that, and the users can be safe and secure, that they can sleep well, that they know that there are enough collateral to that operation. It's something like that. And this we can use the proof of reserve for different kind of assets, or in circuit breakers or cross-chain tokenization, where I have something, the wrapped assets that I told you before, and fiat-backed stable coins. And I will talk a bit more about this and different products. And this is the case that I'd like to show you, the proof of reserve for Bitcoin. And there are different companies that represent Bitcoin in other blockchains. One of that is the WBTC, is from BitGo. And these two that I added over there, the WBTC and the RainBTC, they are the majority of all the wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum. And the Chainlink provides the information to you, be sure about that. And how is this working? It's the same, like the Bitcoin network, it's one network, but this is outside the blockchain. So the Chainlink network can get the reserves used to be in 10 and 10 minutes because it's the medium of the Bitcoin block. Save this inside a smart contract, and then we can return this later because I have the other slide. Yes. Then I have the contract, the proof of reserve contract. You are here. You have the decentralized application on Ethereum that have the wrapped Bitcoin, the representation of the Bitcoin on Ethereum, and you can use that. And to come back here again, imagine that you can check this, or the smart contract, the decentralized application can check that. It means that I can have a smart contract that you check if the amount of WBTC that was issued inside the Ethereum network must be not greater than the amount of Bitcoins. Because if you have more WBTCs than real Bitcoins, this is a problem. So I will stop my decentralized application. And my users, you'll be safe because of that. So this is a way to do that. Okay? Exactly. Let's go forward. And I have a lot of resources for you. The other products that I'm doing like an overview for you are the data streams. And we learned in the beginning, last week, we learned about data feeds. And what is the difference between data streams and data feeds? These are the difference related to the way that we get the information. Like the data feeds are push-based oracles. It means that they have regular updates on chain when the price change some amount, or on some times, like updating half an hour, something like that. When we have data streams, we are talking about the pool-based oracles. It means that you are getting the information in that moment that you need. You get the price exactly in that second that you need. And this is the difference because you have the low latency delivery of the information. And you can verify this on chain as well, much faster. And here I have some images only to you to be sure about that. This is what you talk about the data streams. We have the sources, the decentralized Oracle network get the information, but you update the smart contracts when the price change some amount, or time based, like every 15 minutes, every 5 minutes, something like that. And your application are consuming that. We did in this way already, okay? And this is data feed, our session number 3. Now, the data streams, the pool-based oracles, you have the source in the same way, but the decentralized Oracle network, you get the information when the users interact with your contract. So the users are the trigger. They ask some information. Your decentralized application will be connected over there. And in this moment, the dawn, you getting the information for you. And this is the difference between them. So this is really the way that you can have on-demand access to the high-frequency market. And some examples for you are like this. You can use this in perpetual futures or option or prediction markets. And you can imagine a different use case for you and build it a hackathon. And this is another explanation for you, only to be sure that everything is okay. But here I'm combining services. I have data streams and automation. So the way that I'm automating my I'm updating my decentralized application is using automation, and the automation done is scaling the data streams done. So this is another approach for you. And this is, when we use in this way, we used to say that the automation can be used in the log trigger mode. We didn't project with this, we did the custom mode, but the log trigger is that, remember that we have some events, that we create events in some smart contracts. Some event can be the trigger to execute another function inside a smart contract, and this function can call data streams, for example. And this. We already have a huge use case with this in mainnet live with the GMX. And GMX use automation and the data streams together. So, is this. Before that, let's see, I know that the people are talking and I asking, oh, okay, I learned a lot, I'd like to work with you. Let's talk a bit more later. You already know that if you are a developer expert or a community advocate, you are increasing your chances. But before talk about that, let's see if you have some doubt in your content. Do you, I will bring you to the stage, Richard? Do you have it? Do you know?
Yeah, there was just a couple questions that I saw in the chat. The first is, what's the difference between DevRel and DevExperts?
Interesting.
Yeah. So the way that I would kind of think about that personally is developer relations is part of the company, Chainlink Labs. So actual employees. The developer experts work with us, but they're more about being involved in the community. I don't know if you want to add any flavor to that, Sol. I think that you work more with the dev experts than I do.
Yes, exactly. I think the developers experts, for me, they are more inside the community than us. And they are, for me, they are like the bridge between us and all the community.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like for me, I treat the developer experts and the community advocates, for me, they are the same, but in different paths. Like the developer expert used to be technical and the community advocate not. And for me, this is the difference between them. But for me, both are the bridge between us and all the community. And like, I really cannot do my work without them. Especially because from us, the developer advocates, we have like different actuations inside our role, different aspects. Like for me, that I am the person that go to events, in-person events, more than the others over there. I really cannot live without the developer experts and the community advocates, because they are with me together all time. They organize events for me, and so amazing. Like if I'm going to a new city and we have a community advocate or a developer expert over there, I talk with them and they organize the event for me. And this is, I have a new event to go and to teach, and I really love that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The other question was, what's the deadline for completing the submission of the Google Doc form for the tasks?
It will be 3rd of April. And by the way, let's share my screen again, because I just did an update to you guys. So important to you.
3rd of May, maybe?
3rd of April.
3rd of April?
Yes, like we are finishing the bootcamp now, and they have 2 more weeks to finish all the tasks.
Okay.
Is this?
Okay.
Yeah. And what I did, this is the Portuguese. Let's get the English and wait a few minutes, because probably it's not here yet. So let's do this better for you. Remember that you have all the sessions in the Luma page. And the slides are here. And the task form is here. Oh, not here, in the beginning. Okay. So I'm going to the task form now, but I must go to the anonymous mode here. Incognito. Remember, you are doing this almost every day. Edit your response. And what I'd like to talk about you here is related to the session number 7, that huge session related to the cross-chain, because look at that, all the Mumbai part is optional. Like if you can't do that, you will receive the certificate. And why we change that? Because Mumbai is being deprecated. Probably you cannot use this until your deadline, and you don't have another solution for you now. So these exercises, if you did, great. If you can't do, is not a problem now, and you will receive your certificate if you do all the other tasks. And this
Awesome.
was a question here. It was a question here from Cash. Okay.
And just to clarify, it's the 30th of April, so end of the month.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I think people, and I heard you say third, like 3, and I'm like, it's already the 12th. So step 1 to completing your tasks is to invent a time machine, go back in time, and then complete them. It's really easy, right? So,
or
yeah,
maybe
the 30th
next
of
year.
April, the end of the month. Yeah, it's true. You didn't say what year, so it could be, April 3rd, 2030. You'll be good.
Here. Okay, it's better now.
Yeah.
Nice one.
That's great.
I love this.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other questions really. I guess if you have any other questions, and drop them in the chat.
Yes, we have an
Let us know.
internship about the challenge. Oh, is the challenge that in the functions? I don't know about that, because we create a challenge to them, but the challenge is advanced. We are not doing that here. But I shared this. Who did this session yesterday? Amesh. Amesh shared this with them yesterday, because this is a challenge that they can do by themselves. We are not doing this here because we must have a lot of things installed in our computer. It's not only Remix. So this is advanced class, but this is advanced use for functions that we share with you. So you must study by yourself now. And what more? Okay, I will come back, I think, probably to finish what I have in the slides. Is this. Okay, about the internship, including that, let's answer the other question. First, I suggest you to go to our Chainlink Labs careers page. And let's go over there. Like you can explore all the positions that we have here. And there are a lot, for sure. Okay. And this. Sometimes we have intern here. I don't know if you have it now. Yes, we have it for research. It seems only research now. Okay. But check this out every week, and you can find the new opportunities for you. But if you not find nothing here now, maybe you can start in another company, getting more experience, and come back later to us. And because of that, I have this for you. You have all of this list, all of these websites, they are related to jobs. You start to go over there and start to search what can be good for you. Okay. And related to that, my recommendation for you is start to create your GitHub if you didn't yet. Start to create projects over there. Share everything that you learned. More than you share, try to write a tutorial. Try to write an article, something that it will be useful to you to remember about the class, and also can be useful to you to show outside that you know about this. So this is be a good way to help you. Do you have any more ideas related to this, Richard?
No, I think you're spot on. And there's a question too, like what makes you competitive for one of these positions? And I think that it's what you said. One way to stand out is to share what you're learning and what you're doing. And I think that's a very good way to do it. It's kind of just I don't know. I feel like in this space, that's a lot of what you need to do to stand out is to share with either, on social media or create like a blog, YouTube videos, something like that. Maybe I'm biased because that's what I do now as a job, but I feel like that kind of sharing will make you stand out. So it's easy and this is not just at Chainlink Labs, right? This is anywhere. Make it easier for the people looking at you as a candidate to assess like where you're at and what you know. And communication always helps. Clear communication is always a massive benefit when it comes to that. If you can get your ideas across, whether that's written, video, whatever. So I think you're spot on.
Yes, it's this. I'm adding the links in the pad as well. Let's bring in my screen again because I have more things to share with you. So I'm here. Okay. So I shared this with you. This is the order that I talked before. And remember, related to our next hackathon, we are here, you can register. And maybe related to the challenge that the people are asking about is related to the project that you are building the hackathon. Can be this as well. And don't forget that we have a session, a special session. How to say that? Related to the team formation is this on April 24. It's online and you can go over there. We have some ways that you can build a team. So this is the session to you to build a team if you don't have this yet. Okay? This is interesting for you. And let's go forward. I have more things to you. We are here now. Congratulations, everyone. You made it. And what you did. So what you learned. You create your first wallet. You learn blockchain fundamentals. You create your first smart contract. You learn the solid fundamentals. You create a token ERC20. Also, you create a token shop using the Chainlink data feeds. After that, you did a cross-chain USDC transfer using Chainlink CCIP. You create an NFT based ERC71 token. You learned how to store information on IPFS, the images or the JSON. You create a dynamic NFT using Chainlink automation. You mint a Chainlink data feed BTC price based NFT from one chain to another chain using CCIP. You create the runner's game using Chainlink VRF. You use Chainlink functions to get the weather in different cities and use in your smart contract. And today you learn everything related to how to connect the world using the Chainlink platform. So congrats, everyone. This was really, really amazing for you. Congrats, everyone that is here. And I'd like to ask if you could give a feedback to us. We are always try to be better, try to improve what we are doing. So give your feedback. And Javier, I know that you did that. Could you add the link in the chat? Because here I have only the QR code. And yes, the feedback is over there. I can't copy here. Let's see if I can. I think I can't copy. Yes, I copy it. Okay. And let's add this for you as well. Okay, it's here. And well, I added the hackathon again. So let's be sure that you know about the hackathon. We have the hackathon again. And this time it should bring the people here. Remember that we are on Discord. Your dubs are on Discord. And this is the final message. And let's bring Bara here. Javier, are you here? Woohoo! Yes, Bara and
Hi, Solange.
hi.
So we have Tatiana as well. Hi, Tatiana. How are you doing?
Hey, Javier.
Oh, good. Congratulations, everybody. Very well done.
Yeah. Let's see if Javier can join us because, yes, Javier, bringing you to the stage now. Yes. Because Javier was I can say like the lead, the manager of the bootcamp, doing everything that was like planning the project to us. And we are here. And this is really, really amazing. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, Sol, and congratulations all for finish the Bootcamp 2024.
Yes, second edition. And this is, do anyone else would like to tell something?
There is one question in the chat. Do we have the ability to go back and review? So if you go to the Chainlink YouTube, under live on that little tab, you can find all of the past episodes of this. I will say it's going to look like there's 3 because we did it in English, Portuguese, and Spanish. So just make sure you're in the language that you want to learn it. I mean, if you're working on learning Spanish or Portuguese, it's a great way to go for it. Just dive right into new concepts in a new language. Woof. But yeah.
Yes, and also all the sessions are in the Luma page, so you can see all the links in the Luma page as well. And you can go directly to the YouTube, like Richard told you, and find a lot of things here. And we are here. Okay, so this is the 2 ways that you can get the sessions and the review everything. What more?
Yeah, we're sending an email right now with a link to the playlist, so you can see all the recorded sessions in that link. We also please complete the feedback form. It's very important for us to improve everything that we are doing. If you want to participate in the Advocate program, fill the form there in the Chainlink Developer Experts. Yeah, pretty excited to see you all participating in the next hackathon. See you in the community in the next days. And yeah, please send a message to Sol.
No, can I explain now this? This is easy. What is the question? Yes, please. Like we used to ask you or to recommend you to have a different address when you are using the certificate. This address, and why should it be different? Because we create an address to learn. We did everything on testnet. But maybe if you started with us, you create your first wallet here. It's better to you to create another wallet. Maybe you can create a wallet in your phone, but create another wallet, it means another seed phrase, another set of words, 12 words, and get the address from that to the certificate. Why? Because when you are learning, we can do mistakes. This is normal, and you can lose all of your tokens. But if it's testnet tokens, doesn't matter. But imagine that you have your collections, your NFTs, and you lost all of your NFTs. You'll be so sad. So better to save the NFTs and the real assets in other wallets. So is this: create a new, a different wallet to have the things that will be on mainnet. Okay.
Cool. So I think with that, we have answered most of the questions. But if you still have more questions, like Solange mentioned, feel free to join the Discord. Our community is there, like our team is there. Like they would love to answer all of your questions, whether it's not technical or technical related to the bootcamp sessions. We love to see your questions and help you out as much as we can. And definitely, the other important thing that I really wanted to talk about is the Block Magic Connect event that we are actually doing it for you, all of you guys. So make sure you definitely join that event to understand what's going to happen in the hackathon, what are all the categories we have, and we also get to meet all the most of the Chainlink hackathon winners maybe, and talk to them, understand the strategies, and also it's a great place to meet a lot of other folks from the different parts of the globe to form your team. So we'd love to definitely see you there as well. And we also opened a teammates channel on the Discord. So if you go to Discord on the right hand side under the hackathon, you also now have teammates channel. So go there and tell us whom you are looking for. If you are looking for front-end developer, or if you are a front-end developer who wants to contribute to your project, tell what is your skill set, how you would like to contribute to the projects and all. So that's how you make friends and form teams. So make sure you use the channels, but also make sure that you attend this event that we are doing it on 29. I think we already have that link in the chat right now. So thanks for signing up for the bootcamp. Good to see. But before we go, again, a real thanks to all the dev experts we had so far in all the languages, and special thanks to the DevRel team here, Solange and Richard and other folks who prepared all the content for us to learn about this in a very simplified manner. I think this is the best content ever on the internet to get started on Chainlink or smart contracts, or integrating with other blockchains. So before we go, I just wanted to hear from Solange and Richard and everybody on the stage. What is one advice that you give for all our attendees from here on? If you can cut it down to short it to 30 seconds, I think that would be great. Yeah.
Well, keep learning always. But I think I already did my advices. You should, like I said before, you should try to write, try to not stop now. So review everything. We know that this content is not a content for 2 weeks and for 20 hours. You can review this content for 6 months, and you can learn using this content again and getting more details about that. So keep learning, don't stop ever, and start to try to build projects, participate in the hackathon. You learn a lot, and I think there's this.
Yeah, thanks, Solange, and that's great. We have tons of content that our development team has put together, like Richard, Solange, Zubin, Harry, everybody put together on YouTube. So go to the YouTube channel and look forward for master classes and all. Make sure you subscribe so that you get to know what are the latest sessions that are coming up. But you can also go and see what are all the master classes we have on functions, or on newest technologies like CCIP and stuff like that. So that you can move to the next level. Yeah. So sorry, Richard. Richard, we really wanted to hear from you as well. What is one advice that you give for our bootcamp attendees?
Yeah, I think that, I don't know, probably my best advice for this space would be, and it's going to kind of sound similar to Souls, is to keep learning. And the thing about Web3 is that it moves faster than any other technology space I've been in, which is really cool. But as a beginner can be kind of daunting, because I'll be honest, if you took this same boot camp probably 6 months ago, some of the stuff you learned wouldn't be applicable today. So this space moves really fast right now, and it's because it's still so new. So with that, as beginners, it's a positive and kind of a scary thing, and negative, I guess, at the same time, because it means that you have to constantly be learning, which I don't know, personally, I like that. But also it means that there's nobody in the space who has been doing exactly what is the right thing to do right now for an extended period of time. There's definitely people who've been in the space and have more experience, but everything is so new that it's really a great place to start, right? Whereas if you compare this to something you went into traditional finance industry, I used to work at Fidelity Investments. We used a programming language called COBOL. which was created like way back when, probably before I was born. And like they were still using that when I worked there. Like, and there were guys who had been doing that and working on those programs for like 20, 30 years, so they had built up like expertise that like there was no way for me to replicate that. But in this space, everything's moving so fast and so fresh that like you have that advantage if you're just starting out, that like, as you learn it, you're gaining knowledge at a rate that's equal to everyone else. And there's not that massive amount of expertise built up in the space.
Richard, how you was working with COBOL? My mom worked with that. You are not so old.
Funny story. The college I went to was close to one of the big Fidelity campuses. And actually in college, one of the required courses for my CS degree was COBOL. And that was strictly because Fidelity had basically gotten a deal with the college to get them to teach it so that they would have a pipeline of people who knew it. Because yes, it's a really old programming language.
Exactly. It's hard to find people that know COBOL. So Fidelity is the right way to be sure that they have the people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think they've mostly transitioned off of it now, but like it was still a thing when I was working there, and it was, yeah.
Yeah, and Anthony, related to the presentation, what we are doing now, next week, we are creating a PDF of the presentation that you can download. Because you know that the way that we shared with you until now, you can't download. But we did in this way because every day we was adding new slides for you. Now that is finished, we are not adding more slides. Then we can create the PDF and share with you.
Yeah,
And I used to say that I am a beginner all time. I will never, I will be a beginner all my life. And this is especially on Web3, we are always a beginner.
Yeah, always a beginner. And adding to what Richard said, I know it was like really tough in the earlier days to get access to the content even to learn. But now all the content is like really like at your fingertips. All you just need to do is like have that passion to go search and then start learning. Of course, I think Javier and Tatiana, if you could also like put it like share your advice for like in a 30-second or something, that would be really great. Yeah.
Let's go, Tatiana.
Oh, I was not prepared for that, but I will try. Web3 is a huge space, and there is a place for everybody. You don't need to be a developer to contribute to the space. And there is always room for growth and learning, just like as Saul and Richard said. So if you think you are better at marketing, for example, or product marketing or product management or other things, all those professions, they're also very important in the Web3 space. So if you're looking to transition your career, it's a great place to start. You've landed really well with this bootcamp, and now build on that. Learn about other aspects of being a part of the industry. And one of them, the easiest and the most rewarding step, I would say, would be joining a community you're really passionate about. Hopefully it is Chainlink. If you're interested in DeFi, join DeFi communities that you really like. If you're interested in NFT or gaming, join those communities. Start participating, and you will make fantastic connections, and you will build a great professional and personal network as well. So participate actively. That would be my advice.
Thanks for that advice, Tatiana. Javier.
Yeah, sure. It's in resume all the things that Saul, Tatiana, and Richard said is keep learning. The content is always new. For that reason, we are creating these bootcamps like every 6 months or twice a year or three times a year. I remember when we started with the bootcamp, the first bootcamp of Chainlink, it was just one services, just data feeds, and it was in 3 days. Right now we have 7 services and 10 days of bootcamp. So probably the next one will be, I don't know, 1 month. I don't know. But yeah, it's that. Is keep learning, be active in the community, Yeah, that's all, and congratulations.
Thanks, Javier. And I think with that, we're pretty much at the end of the boot camp. And I really wanted to thank again all the participants here. I know it's been 2 weeks. You all are here, coming back every day to learn things. We had some fantastic audience. Good to see all of you here, and we'd definitely love to see you back again in the hackathon and also the blockchain Block Magic Connect event as well. So looking forward to seeing you all again. And Solange, you have anything to share before we just end the session today?
No, let's close this now, and I hope to see you around, because I really go to events around the world, and I know that we have people here from all the places, and I hope to see you. Next week I am in Dubai, so maybe I can see some of you over there. Then I'm going to another in-person. So in Dubai we have an in-person hackathon with Dubai. I really recommend to you. Then in May we have it's Sydney, Australia. You'll be there as well. So let's go meet together, see some of you around the world. Bye, guys.
Definitely. Yeah, so before we just go, that one important thing that we definitely look forward to seeing from your end. Two. The first thing is go talk about hackathon with your friends. Bring them up. Share them share using Chainlink a hashtag Chainlink Bootcamp 2024, and ask them to join the hackathon as well. And the second important thing is do submit the feedback. That's where we get to know what really worked for us and what really didn't work, and then so that we can improve on for the next bootcamp. And also, besides the team here, there are a lot of other people who contributed to our efforts from the Chainlink Labs team. I know the list is big, but I really wanted to thank all the people out there helping us do what we are supposed to do here right now, the bootcamp thing, to run it very smoothly. So thanks everybody here for running this bootcamp for straight 2 weeks. So with that, thanks again for all the attendees, and see you soon at the hackathon. Bye, guys. Have a great evening.